A recession unseen like any other.
Economy is in recession.
Recession is coming.
Global recession.
So you have been listening to the news lately, or you are seeing these. Recession, recession, recession. Everywhere you go, every time you open your phone, you see some guy warning about recession. But nobody cared to explain what actually is going on. What is this recession? Is it some kind of a natural disaster? Is it a war? Is it good? Is it bad? If so, how bad is it? If you are having a hard time wrapping your head around it, don't worry, you are not alone. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Pushpinder Maan and today you will learn about recession. But before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to avoid missing out on more videos just like this one. Without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. So in general, an economy should grow and values should increase over time. However, this growth goes through various fluctuations. These are called cycles, or market cycles, or business cycles, depending on whatever you want to call them. These cycles have their ups and downs, where sometimes the growth will be positive, the other times the growth can be negative. This negative growth is what we call a recession. Usually it is when there is negative GDP or zero GDP for 2 consecutive quarters. Although this statement varies a lot depending on who you ask. But more importantly, what is a GDP to begin with? I'm sure you are familiar with the term till now, but do you know how many things contribute to the GDP of any given country or economy for this matter? There are physical products, digital products, income, jobs, unemployment, exports, population, government spendings, investments, debt. There are so many things that affect the GDP of a country. Let's say its overall supply and demand. Now, if a country is progressing technologically and people are earning money and spending money and businesses are growing, that means the GDP is growing. And that's usually what happens. But if for some reason the consumer spending drops, means people are spending less money and buying less products, which means now the businesses will make less money, which means they might need to cut costs and fire workers, which means those workers now won't make any money and won't be able to spend any money, which will then lead to more businesses making less money and more workers losing their jobs. This creates a vicious cycle where people will not have enough money to spend and businesses will have to cut out on workforce in order to sustain themselves. This leads to no growth or negative growth in GDP. And if this happens for 2 or more quarters, it will be considered a recession. Now, there are a lot more factors that can cause a recession, and this is just a small, simple explanation of one of them. If you want to know more about how many things can cause a recession, we have made another video to cover that in detail, as this video is just about what is a recession rather than what causes a recession. I encourage you to check that video out. Link is in the description or on the screen if you can see it. Back to the topic. Recessions are not the end of the world, and you shouldn't be afraid of it like such. Generally, people losing their jobs and high unemployment rates in a country is what most folks think of when they hear recession. And that is true. Unemployment is one of the biggest results of a recession. Other ones being low money supply in the market, which is also directly related to unemployment. Although recession is also an economic cycle, which will happen now and then, and like most cycles, it can be corrected with the right measures, of course. Recession is nothing new. It has happened many times in history, and it will most likely happen many more times to come, as money has mysterious ways of flowing, and whenever this flow is disrupted, we see a recession. I hope by now you have learned what recession is and how you should or should not worry about it. Be sure to like, subscribe and share the video with your friends who you think needs to learn this. Leave a comment if you have any questions or just suggest what topic should I cover next. Also subscribe if you are new here, as we make videos just like this one every week. Stay safe, keep hustling, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.